Hey guys, welcome back to After the Rush, where I'm here to try to help restaurant professionals build healthier lives, stronger finances, better relationships, and sustainable careers. My name is Jeremy Armstrong, former chef, now server slash bartender, and today I want to talk about something that is very near and dear to me, like at this point in my life, like right now. Today we're going to talk about relationships. Relationships are a big deal in the industry, because nobody tells us when you get into the restaurants how hard it could be on the people you love. When most people are off work, where are we at? We're in the kitchen slaving away. We're out there, bussing tables and serving guests. When most people are off on the weekends and with their family, our ass is at work. So when most people are celebrating holidays and birthdays and gatherings and special occasions, we are like in the middle service, and over time that creates distance within relationships. Not because we don't care. It's not because we don't love our families, but because our schedules are just different from almost everyone else, and that's just the career that we love. I've personally missed countless birthdays. I've missed so many holidays and so many family gatherings, just small, Sunday gatherings, Friday night gatherings, Monday gatherings, whatever. I miss moments that I could never get back. And if you worked in the restaurant long enough, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. The hard part isn't always missing the event. The hard part is feeling like you're constantly trying to play catch up, and trying to make up for lost time. But you can't make those times up. Like you have to be able to navigate around them and adapt accordingly. Trying to explain to people why you can't be there, like time and time again. Like it's a simple excuse, simple reason. I had to work. Trying to balance a career you love with the people you love. It's hard and sometimes it feels impossible. Like I know this for a fact. The truth is, like in the restaurant, you could get consumed by the restaurant if you let it. Like the shift doesn't just end when you leave. You think about shit when you get home. You think about shit on your way home, on your drive home, on your bus ride home, whatever you're doing. You think about prep, you think about sales, you think about labor, you're thinking about tomorrow's problems already. Tomorrow hasn't even happened yet, and we're back there thinking about what the fuck's about to happen tomorrow. And before you know it, your body's at home, but your mind is still at work. I've been guilty of this shit like more times than I could count. Like there's still moments in me today, even as a server, like I still had to like turn my brain off and learn that and not bring work home. You could be sitting on the couch. There's plenty of times where I was sitting on the couch with my family and physically there, but not mentally at all. I'm planning for tomorrow. I'm having conversations with them, but I'm not listening. I'm being physically present, but not emotionally available. And here's what I've learned through all this time in the past 20 years, and it's just starting to click in now. The people we love, they don't just need our time, they need our attention. They need our presence. They need to feel like they're more important than this fucking restaurant that we work in, because the restaurant's always going to be there. Like our, I'm sorry, the restaurant's not always going to be there, but our family is. Because if we're not careful, the people who sacrifice the most for our careers are often the people we love the most. And the hard truth to face is one of the biggest lessons I've learned was that relationships don't survive off of leftovers. You can't do that. You can't put your family and loved ones on the back burner. They can't survive off of whatever energy we have left after giving everything to work. They need intention. Intention is a big thing that I've been working through, even getting advice from loved ones, being intentional in my life. They need effort. They need us to show up, not perfectly, just consistently. For a long time, I thought being a good provider was good enough. I thought that just bringing home the bacon and and paying some of the bills and taking care of some of the household functions was good enough. I thought if I worked harder, earned more, sacrificed more, and did everything I could for my family, that was all that mattered. but that shit is not. But I've learned that the people we love need more than just sacrifice. They need our presence, they need our attention, they need moments with us, because love isn't measured by how hard you work for your family. You know, it's measured by how present you are when you're there with them. Um, but the good news, there is a little bit of good news, like being present doesn't require more money. It doesn't require like a promotion. It doesn't require a different job or another job title. It just requires pure intention. You could work 60 hours a week, 75 hours a week, and still have meaningful relationships. You can work weekends and still have, and still be an amazing parent, an amazing dad, amazing mom, amazing brother, sister. You could work holidays and still have a strong marriage. But you have to be intentional with that shit, man. You can't just throw it on the back burner. Every day has to be intentional. You have to choose every single day. That might mean scheduling date nights on Tuesdays because you work on the weekends. That might mean having breakfast with your kids because you're definitely gonna miss dinner. That might mean even like making new traditions, creating new memories instead of doing the holidays that most of the world does. You might have to do holidays on different days. Um, that might mean putting your phone away when you get home and giving people around that you love your full attention, because the reality is our schedules are different, our lives are different, and that's fine, that's okay. We choose that, we chose that. Our family will understand that, but we have to be intentional with making that up and giving different options. What matters is that the people we love know they're still the top priority. Your spouse doesn't need a distracted you. She definitely doesn't need that. She needs the full you. Your kids don't need the distracted you. They want their dad. They want their mom. They want you to be there for them and be there with them. Even just sitting there watching them play. Like, it may seem boring, but you can't get that time back. Your friends don't need the distracted version of you. They all need you. They need the real you, not the chef, not the manager, not the bartender, not the server, not the person carrying the weight of the restaurant. Like, they don't need that person. They just need you, that that person they love. And I know it's easier said than done. Trust me, I know it's easier said than done, but you could do it. I'm in the middle of doing. I'm in the middle of trying to make changes for my life, in my life, for the better. Sometimes it feels like the restaurant industry asks for everything from you. But if you're not intentional, years can pass before we realize we built a successful career while neglecting the relationships that matter the most. Because one day nobody is going to remember how many covers you did on a Friday night. Your wife and or husband doesn't give a fuck about your labor percentage at all. Like, what's your percentage at home? What's your percentage time that you show up at home and did what you need to do at home for your family? Nobody's going to remember your food costs. They don't give a damn about that. Like, what's your food costs at home? What's your bills like at home? What's your relationships at home? Nobody's going to remember that crazy ass Saturday service that you did. Nobody. But your family's going to remember whether you were there or not. Your kids are going to remember whether you're present or not. The people you love will remember how you made them feel. And that's, just talking about it right now, that shit hits home like to a T for me. And that's why I believe success isn't just what happens inside of the restaurant. If we all work hard, we're all going to be successful in the restaurant. If we all do what we need to do, we're going to be successful. Success is always what happens when you walk out the door. Like, that's what it needs to be. And before I let you go, just want to give you guys just one challenge for tonight. After your shift, if the time is permitted, go home, turn off your phones for 30 minutes. No emails, no schedules, no restaurant problems, none of that shit. No social media. And go find the person you love, whether it be your spouse, your kids, your mom, dad. If they're up, if you gotta wait till the morning, that's fine. But Go to that person that you love, your friend, and actually go to them and just look at them like dead in the eyes and ask them one simple question. How are you doing? Then listen to them. Like, really listen. How are you doing? No distractions, no interruptions, not thinking about what you're going to say next. Just just be present. They need that shit from you. Being present and being still, it goes a long way for them because relationships aren't built on the big moments, they're built on the small moments that we choose not to miss. So, again, guys, thanks for listening to me on this one. If this message resonates with you, subscribe and join After the Rush community. I'm not here just to build, I'm not here trying to build a space just for whatever. Like, I'm here trying to build a place for hospitality workers that can grow, not just in careers, but in just everyday life, and we're going to talk some real stuff. And just remember, you spend your life taking care of guests. It's time to take care of yourself, guys. It's about that time. We're getting older. There's too much knowledge out there for us not to take care of ourselves, take care of our body, take care of our mind, take care of our spirit, take care of our relationships, take care of your wife, take care of your husband, take care of your kids, take care of the people that you love, take care of the people that love you, because the rush always ends and your growth is just the beginning. So thanks, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one.